Matthew? Our parents are planning to meet in another hour or so for the first time, right? But your parents are telling me that they haven't been able to get a hold of you all morning. And right now, they're really worried about where you are. That's why I'm texting you now. And I just tried giving you a call a few minutes ago, but you didn't even pick up. I hope that you're okay right now, and will be here in time for when our parents finally meet. Can you at least tell me where you are? I'm going to go and get my parents now and bring them out, so I'd better see you with your parents when it's time.
What's up? Wendy? Ah, that's right. Today's the day we're supposed to be introducing our parents to each other. That's not good.
Matthew! What the hell has been going on with you? You haven't been responding to any of us, and we've been worried sick.
I'm sorry. I've been driving for a couple hours now and had no time to look at my phone.
What? Are you on your way to come meet us all here now?
Well, about that. I completely forgot that our parents are meeting each other today, and so I'm on my way to a ski resort to have a bit of fun for a couple of days.
You're heading to a ski resort? The day before yesterday, you and I were literally on the phone with each other talking about our parents' meeting.
You called me way too early in the morning, and I was half asleep talking to you. I don't even remember half of that. I was probably thinking it was some sort of dream. Sorry.
Seriously? Well then, what are we going to do about today?
The only option now is to cancel the plans we made.
This isn't something that I can just cancel right now. We are supposed to all be meeting right now, so it's way too sudden. And right now, we're here at the place we plan on getting married at, so I was hoping this would be a great place to have everyone meet and chat.
But listen, when it comes to you and I getting married, we're going to need the permission from our parents to do that first, right? And having them all meet and talk about us getting married at the place we want to have our wedding at is a bit too crazy for my parents. I don't think it will leave a good impression.
But canceling this whole meetup right when we're all showing up is even more crazy, and neither of our parents are going to approve of that from you.
Ah, that's a good point. And what's even worse is that you already reserved that place for the 6 of us to have dinner, so canceling now means you'll still have to pay. But hey, you don't have to get too worried about the hefty price for canceling, because our parents can handle it for us.
You shouldn't even be thinking of that right now, Matthew. It's not about the money, but the fact that you forgot about this very important plan and aren't going to show up for it.
Yeah, I'll take care of paying for that place so you can stop worrying about it. You know that marrying me means you'll be getting a lot of money from me, so you don't have to get so upset over something as cheap as that place.
What? You think you'll be bringing me a lot of money in this marriage? What are you talking about?
No matter what you try and do about today, I'm already way out of town and won't be able to come back in time to see you all. If I turned around right now, I'd be back in town later tonight, which is way too late, right?
Seriously? By the way, why the hell did you even go on a ski trip today anyway? Even if you did forget about the meeting our parents and us were supposed to have today, isn't it a bit too sudden for you to be going on a trip like that without telling me?
Right, well, I chose to go on this trip pretty quickly. Originally, my friend was planning to go on this trip with another one of their friends, but that friend ended up having another plan get in the way, so I was invited to go last minute. My friend said that instead of having to cancel the whole trip, it'd just be easier to have me join.
And so, instead of looking at what plans you already had for today, you just decided to tag along with that friend without any second thoughts?
I'm sorry. But since I'm on this ski trip right now, we'll have to do this whole parents meeting thing another day.
Another day. Aren't you being just a little too careless about our relationship right now?
But I'm saying you don't have to get so worked up over what happened. I'm your fiancé, and I'm saying that it's going to be fine, so you shouldn't have any complaints, right?
Right. That's the kind of person I should have expected you to be. All right, then. I'll tell our parents that you're not going to be making it here today. And I'd like you to sort all of this out with your parents later, okay?
Okay. I'm so close to the resort now, so I'll see you later.
Hey, Wendy. Just because you had one date canceled on you, that doesn't mean you can keep complaining about it over and over again, okay? Emma? It's been a while. The last time I think the two of us talked with one another was years ago at our class reunion, just after we both turned 21, right? And what's this about having a date canceled? Just a second ago, I was talking with Matthew about that whole situation of yours. I am finally able to go on this ski trip with him, so can you stop getting all upset with him and in the way of our trip? What? Hold on a sec. What? The person that Matthew said invited him out to go to that ski resort was you? Yeah, it was me. Is there anyone else on that trip with you guys? Nope. It's just him and I sharing a room together at this ski resort. Huh? Well, you shouldn't be getting that upset about it, right? The two of us are just enjoying a little vacation together. Listen, Wendy, you need to be more careful about having Matthew on a leash like that. If you keep trying to hold him by your side all the time, he's only going to try harder to break free. It was just one date that he had to cancel on suddenly. And he only did that so he could go on a small trip with another woman. This isn't something to be so worked up over, and you should try to be a bit more lenient with him and his choices, okay? He even told me that he wants a more relaxed relationship. Today, he canceled on a date with me? Look at what you're doing. You're trying to pick at every word I say like some kind of maniac. We didn't have any plans to go out on a date today, though. We'd only planned on having our parents meet face-to-face at lunch today before we get married. Huh? Wait, are you really trying to restrain Matthew that much that you're willing to marry him and keep him all to yourself? Oh my God, you're already at the worst stage of being a greedy girlfriend. Whether you think I'm trying to restrain him or not, the only reason that we were supposed to have this meeting today is so our parents could see how happy we are together. But to tell you the truth, our whole relationship started because his parents introduced me to him. Huh? Emma, I've known you as the type of girl that finds joy in stealing other women's boyfriends and playing around with their feelings. And I'm sure that even this time you plan on doing exactly the same thing with Matthew. But Emma, you are an employee for one of the companies that Matthew's dad's company works together with, right? So, based on your position within that company, you're going to start a very bad situation between everyone involved.
Wendy, why didn't you say something about all of this earlier to me? Your grandpa? He's one of my dad's company's biggest shareholders?
Well, if that weren't the case, would you not be texting me right now?
I just assumed that because your dad only works as a factory floorman, my parents were leagues above yours, making me the far more powerful person in our relationship.
So that's what all of that was about. A little while back, you said that me marrying you meant that I'd be getting a lot of your money. What you thought of our parents is the reason why you were saying that then.
Not telling me about all of this before is ridiculous of you.
Wait, why is that ridiculous of me? As your father's son, and the one expected to be taking over his company when he retires, you've been joining him at all of those meetings with his shareholders, right? And I know that you've already met my grandparents before. So you should have noticed my dad always sitting in on those meetings with your dad and the other shareholders, and gotten a pretty good idea of who my family is, right? Heck, I've even talked with you before about how your parents are pretty close to my grandpa, right?
Huh?
Did you know that I am also aware of your dad's company needing me to marry you to save it? At the moment, his company isn't doing so well, but your dad thinks that by having me marry you, it'll help make his company look more suitable for my grandpa and other shareholders to put more money into. Well, all of that aside, you have really messed up, Matthew. While we were supposed to have a very important lunch with all our parents finally being able to meet, you went off to a ski resort, leaving us all behind, and proceeded to cheat on me. In other words, showing me that you don't want to marry me. That's not good, Matthew.
I'd like you to hold on for a couple seconds. I'm sure that you're even aware that us humans are not perfect, and every so often we can act on our bad consciences, right? So,
So?
you know...
I know what?
Well, I didn't mean to actually do any of that, and it was just a slip up.
If you're waiting for me to say that I'll forgive you, or that I'll forget something like this ever happened between us, you're going to be waiting a very long time.
Wait,
Well, if that's not it, then what should I know, Matthew?
well, if you don't stay together with me and get married, then my dad is going to let my older sister have the company, and I'll get nothing when he retires. So please, Wendy, can you please stop thinking that I don't want to marry you anymore after what happened? I'll even be willing to pay you some kind of settlement, and as for Emma, I'll make sure that things between me and her look like they never even happened.
Don't worry, as I already know that you'll be paying for whatever settlement I ask for. And as for Emma, you can continue whatever shallow romance you had with her.
Then this means you're going to forgive me, right?
That's not at all what any of this means. By the way, Matthew, wasn't it already known that your older sister would be taking your dad's place after he retires? I could have sworn that's what everyone had been talking about in those meetings before.
What?
I never even heard from anyone about you being the one to take your dad's place as the CEO of that company. And even my grandpa is saying that he's going to have your sister take his place.
Huh?
And now that I've mentioned that, there is some bad news for Emma as well. Emma is an employee for one of the companies that works together with your dad's company as a customer, and the news of her having a secret relation with you, even though you have a fiancé, is beginning to spread. And what's even worse is the money used to take you both on that little ski trip was money from the company she's working for. The company is now asking for her to stay home and not come into work as they investigate what's going on.
You know about that as well?
Well, if you're willing to cheat on me with one of your dad's customers' employees, then I don't think you even have a chance at becoming the next CEO.
What's going to happen to me then?
Don't try asking me a question like that, because I have no clue. But just know that the two of us are no longer getting married. I'm going to have a lawyer begin talking with you about the steps following this, so make sure to keep your eyes and ears open for when they come to talk to you.
Are you kidding me? Are you not even going to bother giving me one more chance to make this all up to you?
Actually, I've had enough of being your fiancé and girlfriend. What you've done this past week or so has really worn me and my emotions down, and I just don't have it in me anymore to be around you. So there's no reason for me to give you a second chance, and even now it's killing me to have to text you.
Wendy!
Goodbye, Matthew. Why do I have to pay you any kind of settlement now? And not just that, but I'm going to have to be fired for what happened as well? I was really only wanting you to talk with my lawyer about this, Emma. I have to come face to face with you about this, so that you know just how pissed off I am about everything. Ugh. I'm sure that I already know all the details about you and Matthew, as I've heard enough from him about it. But that trip you took with Matthew to the ski resort? You used money from the company you work for to pay for that whole trip, right? So, do you now see doing something like that as a good reason for your employer to fire you? Huh? What do you know about that? Normally, someone like me wouldn't know a thing about that, but I am in touch with both Matthew and his family, so I learn all kinds of things about what's going on within your guys' worlds. And after learning that Matthew had been cheating on me, there was no reason to not go searching for answers as to why and how it was all happening. What the heck? I know that I'm only watching all of this take place from outside, but getting upset at me for what you both did is not going to get you anywhere closer to being forgiven by your employer, or Matthew's family. And as for that settlement, that has nothing to do with me either, so I'm not even going to comment on it. What? That is all something you and Matthew need to talk about, right? You did things you're not supposed to do, with someone who is the son of a CEO your employer works with. Complaining to me about what's happened and what's going to happen will not change things for you, and is a bit annoying for me. Then if you're not the problem, you can at least help me. I have nothing to do with your problems now. I'm being asked to pay a settlement, but if I'm fired, I won't have the money to. Not having any kind of employment at this moment in my life where money matters most is just horrible. But what I've been trying to say is that you coming to me about all that isn't going to do you any good. I'm not even the one asking for your money right now, because I believe that you did all of that with Matthew not knowing that he's been engaged to me. So please stop complaining to me. But I don't have any money. I seriously have no idea what I'm going to do now. Matthew's father's company and the factory that my dad works in still have a contract that they'll continue to hold, and my grandpa is still waiting to be the primary shareholder for his dad's company. And as for Matthew cheating on me and ruining any chance of getting married to me, we've decided to try our best to keep the whole situation private, and out of as many ears as possible. And as for Matthew himself, he had to choose between being completely kicked out of his family or having to find work of his own from now on with no hopes of having anything to do with his dad's company. And in the end, he chose the latter. And as for the money he got for leaving his position within his dad's company, it was all given to me as a settlement. And when it comes to what happened after leaving his dad's company, his parents kicked him out of their house and had him moved into an apartment. Emma suffered pretty much the same fate as Matthew. However, instead, she didn't receive any money. Instead, she was fired from the company and had to use whatever money she had left to pay off the settlement to her ex-employers. This left her with a total of $0, and that was followed by her parents kicking her out of their house. After the two of them took so much damage after what they'd done, they both decided it'd be better to stay together rather than break up. So Matthew took Emma into his apartment to live together. However, that apartment was very old and the walls very thin. They always get into massive fights there about money and who messed up more, leading to lots of complaints from other tenants. It's only a matter of time until their landlord kicks them out of there, and they'll really have to start again with nothing. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and also feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Hey, Hannah! It's been a while. How are you doing these days?
Oh, hey. I'm doing good. What's the matter?
I was just a little bored and thought I would text you. We haven't talked in ages. What are you up to these days? I'm going on a vacation with my boyfriend next week. I've been looking forward to this trip for a really long time. Also, I ended up quitting my job, so I have a lot of free time right now. You must be a little jealous of me, having to work all day.
What? You quit your job again? You've changed jobs so many times in the past few years.
I quit because I got bored and tired standing around all day selling cosmetics. I wasn't learning anything new at all, and all the other people that I worked with were really boring. The only reason I got accepted to work there was because of how I look. Beauty sells, you know. It took me pretty much zero effort to get the job, so I don't really care about quitting that place. Maybe I would have stayed if they gave me a modeling job instead, but it's too late now anyway. Besides, my boyfriend said that he would be able to support me financially anyway. He told me that I didn't need to work at all. I'm going to listen to what he says and enjoy all the free time I'm going to have. I don't plan on ever getting employed again. I hate listening to people ordering me around. It really makes me angry.
You know that we're adults now. Sometimes we have to do things that we don't want to do. It's not like everyone enjoys their jobs every single day. Still, we don't quit because we need the money.
I think it's stupid to keep working a job that you don't even like. What's the point of life if you don't enjoy it?
Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, I guess. I'm not about to argue with you about this any longer. Where are you guys going on vacation, by the way?
We're going to Vegas! I bet that you've never been before. It's a place for rich and successful people, after all. He's really rich, so we're staying in a really nice hotel and spending all day at the casino. We went to Los Angeles last month and we're already planning another trip to Vegas. He takes me everywhere, and I love it. I get to go on vacation at least once every month.
It sounds like you're having a great time. I think that you guys are actually perfect for each other. What does he do for a living?
He is the CEO of a tech company. Amazing, right?
I was so surprised when he first showed me his paycheck. I would really recommend trying to find a rich boyfriend like I managed to do.
Life is so much more fun this way.
I don't think that I'm ever going to be able to go back to my old life. That doesn't sound that appealing to me. I don't really mind if he's rich or not. As long as we have a good connection, that's the most important thing.
Are you really saying that? You're so boring and also a liar. You're just jealous that I got myself a rich boyfriend and you haven't.
What are you talking about? I'm really not jealous about it at all. I don't think your current lifestyle would be suitable for me.
Yeah, whatever. I know that you're just trying to act tough. If you had the chance to date a rich guy, you would take it immediately. I don't have to work at all, and he takes me on so many vacations. What more could you want in life? Why won't you just admit that you're jealous of me?
I really don't care about that kind of stuff. People have different things they value in life and relationships.
Well, you should value money. He lives in a high-rise condo in the middle of the city, and the view from his room is amazing. Everything that he owns is high brand, and all the gifts that he gives me are also really expensive things. He buys me things even when it's not our anniversary or my birthday. Isn't that amazing? On top of that, he's really hot. He's just perfect in every single way. Isn't it amazing that I managed to find such a great guy?
Well, it sounds like he's a very successful person. Good for you.
You definitely just wish that you had a guy like him in your life.
Actually, I didn't. Even if I had the opportunity to date him, I probably wouldn't.
That's just a load of crap. Someone like you wouldn't even get an opportunity.
I already have a boyfriend that I love. I'm happy with how things are between us right now.
I definitely wasn't expecting to hear that. I didn't know you had a boyfriend. Show me a picture, or at least tell me, what kind of person is he?
What kind of person? Well, he's probably the sweetest guy I know. I trust him completely, so I can be relaxed around him. I guess that's the best part.
Yeah, uh-huh. That's nice. What car does he drive?
I'm not really into cars, so I don't know what he has. It's probably nothing special.
Is it at least a convertible?
No, I don't think so. It's a regular car that most people drive.
Then that car must be so cheap. What a huge disappointment. I'm used to riding in the convertible that he owns. It's so much more refreshing than a normal car. He also comes and picks me up whenever I want. I'd really hate if a guy came to pick me up in a car that wasn't convertible. I would be too embarrassed to even get in the car. Are you not embarrassed by the fact that your boyfriend has such a pathetic car?
First of all, you haven't even seen the car. How would you know if it's pathetic? I also don't really care about cars. And by your logic, you wouldn't be able to ride in most cars. I guess if your friends are taking an Uber in a pathetic car, you're not getting on.
Yeah, I'm saying I can't go back to the normal life now. I know how the other half lives now. There's no way I can stand going on dates to the cinema or shopping malls and eating the cheap food there anymore. I also can't stand only going on vacation once a year. I need to go on vacation more often to relieve my stress.
I think everything that you just told me is pretty normal for most people. I'm perfectly fine with all the things that you just said.
That's because you're so poor. I'm not just a regular person now. I'm the girlfriend of a CEO. If we're watching a movie, we rent out the entire cinema. I don't want other people in the cinema at the same time as me stinking the place up. When we go shopping, we only enter the high brand stores. When we go out to eat, it has to be at a Michelin star restaurant. We also have to go on vacation at least once a month. This is my life now, and I am never going back to my old life.
There's no way I would want to date a guy like your boyfriend. That kind of life would be too much.
Don't worry about it. Someone like you isn't attractive enough to date a guy like him anyway. You're either born with it or not. If you were as attractive as me, then it would be pretty easy to find a guy like that.
Okay, sure. I doubt that you're actually going to be happy in the future when you live like that.
What are you suggesting? Are you trying to make fun of me?
No, I'm not. I'm just a little tired of you bragging and talking about yourself this entire time.
So you are jealous of me then? Get over yourself and just admit how you really feel. What does your boyfriend even do for work? Does he clean toilets or something?
No, he doesn't clean toilets. He's a model.
Wait, what? You're joking, right? Are you sure that he's not just saying that to get you into bed? There's a lot of guys that lie and say that they're a model just so that they sound more attractive. I think those kind of guys are gross. They have to lie to even have a chance with women. Are you sure he's not one of those kind of guys? I think you would fall for those kind of tricks pretty easily.
Stop trying to say bad things about him when you haven't even met him before. Don't worry, he's not tricking me. I think it's a little harsh to assume that he's gross.
I can't believe this. Why are you talking back to me like this? I was only being a good friend and watching out for you. I wouldn't want you to be tricked by him.
It's okay, you don't need to worry about that. He's trustworthy and reliable for sure. He's modeled for a couple of magazines and showed me them, so I know that he's not lying about his job. He also took me along with him to one of his photo shoots for a magazine the other day. Is that enough proof for you? I'm only going out with him because I trust him and have built up a relationship with him.
Are you serious? He's in magazines? Like the ones you can actually buy at a shop?
Yeah, you can go to the store if you don't believe me.
Are you sure that photo shoot wasn't for some adult content?
What? No, it was nothing like that. I was there the entire time and his clothes did not come off a single time. The magazine that he was in was the one that you showed me a while ago.
Wait, what? He's in the magazine that I showed to you? Which one?
Yeah, do you not remember? You kept showing me pictures in a magazine the last time we met. You kept pointing at pictures of one of the male models that you thought was so hot.
Oh yeah, I do remember. Are you talking about the really hot guy that I was calling Prince?
Yep, that's the one. I knew you gave him a weird nickname, but I couldn't quite remember what it was. The guy you kept on calling Prince, he's actually my current boyfriend.
Stop making up obvious lies just because you're jealous of me. I'm not going to fall for a lie like that. At least choose something more plausible.
I'm not making anything up. It's the truth, and I have proof if you need me to prove it.
There's no way someone like you would be able to date such a handsome guy like him. He must have so many girls that ask him out. I don't believe you a single bit. Do you have any evidence that you guys are really going out?
I'll show you a picture of us together the next time we meet.
Why should I have to wait till next time? Just send it to me now.
No, I don't want to. We have to be careful with his private pictures. It wouldn't be fair to him if the picture gets spread around on the internet. You might do something stupid out of jealousy, so I'm not sending you anything.
Do you really think that I would do something so pathetic? Stop trying to look down on me.
I just thought of a better way in which I can prove it to you. The magazine that's coming out next month has a page for couple shots, and we got chosen as one of the couples by the magazine. We're going to go and get photos taken together. You can buy that magazine when it comes out. I'll tell you the page we're going to be on once it's decided. That's good enough evidence, right?
Your photos are going to be in a magazine? With him by your side? Why would they even choose you? This is so annoying. I don't get why he would be willing to date someone like you. I'm so much more attractive. Where did you guys even meet?
In downtown the other day. I was waiting outside the station when I met him.
Is that the day that I wasn't able to go?
Weren't able to go? You made me wait for an entire hour before canceling on me because your boyfriend called.
That was because something important came up. Anyway, how did you guys meet on that day?
While I was waiting for you, he started flirting with me and asked me what I was doing. It was kind of perfect timing since I had no idea what to do because you had just canceled on me. I talked to him for a little while and then decided to have a coffee with him. You could have met him if you came that day. How unfortunate that you had to go elsewhere.
What are the chances of something like that happening? Like, why did he flirt with someone like you to begin with? There's no way he would go for an ugly girl like you. Are you sure that you really have the right person? On top of that, you're going to be on a magazine as a model? This is not fair at all. Why is life so cruel?
Why do you care so much? I thought that you have a rich and attractive boyfriend already.
I don't care about him anymore. Would you please introduce me to Mr. Prince? I really want to see him in person.
Sorry, but that's not possible. I really don't want him to have to get to know you.
You can tell him that you want to introduce him to one of your friends. You can set me up with him and then leave us alone.
Friend? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about us, of course. We're friends, aren't we?
I'm sorry, but I can't really say that you're one of my friends anymore.
Are you serious? That's such a mean thing to say.
I think the one that is mean is you. You kept on insisting that I was jealous of you and kept looking down on me. I was getting sick of you suggesting that I was so inferior to you.
I'm really sorry about that.
You also made fun of my boyfriend, too.
That's because I didn't know that he was your boyfriend.
It's okay now. I don't really care what you thought. I'm tired of listening to you talk anyway. All you do is talk about yourself. Thanks for giving me a great opportunity to stop being friends with you. I'm really grateful. I hope that you have a great life with your rich boyfriend.
Are you serious right now? You're so mean. Give me my prince.
Unfortunately, I don't think that you guys would get along. He doesn't have a convertible car and he doesn't live in a high-rise condo. He has a single-room apartment. We go on dates pretty often to the cinema and the shopping mall. Peasant dates you definitely wouldn't approve of. I think that he wouldn't be able to match up to someone as luxurious as you.
That was all a joke. I didn't really mean it. So, would you stop saying that you want to end our friendship? Don't be so mean to me like that. I want to stay friends with you. Besides, if he was my boyfriend, then I really wouldn't care about where we went on our dates. Why aren't you replying to me anymore? I know that you've read my texts. Don't ignore me. Why aren't you answering my call? Pick up your phone and answer me.
I'm sorry, I was busy texting him.
Did you tell him about me? When are you going to introduce him to me?
What are you talking about?
I asked you to introduce me to him earlier.
I'm not going to do that, but I did talk to him about you.
Thank you so much. What did he say about me? Did he say that he wanted to meet me?
No, he didn't. He said that he never ever wants to meet you or talk to you. He also told me that I should stop being friends with you. So this really is going to be the last time that we talk.
What did you tell him about me?
I just told him what you said to me earlier. That you could only date a rich guy with a convertible car. I told him all the other conditions that you kindly listed out for me.
Are you serious? Why did you have to do that to me?
I only told him the truth. You were the one that said all those things to me just earlier today. I really didn't do anything wrong.
Please let me see him. I want you to introduce him to me.
I'm sorry, but I told you that's not possible. I've got to get ready for our date soon. I'm going to be putting my phone down soon.
Where are you guys going to go? I want to come with you.
No way. You would ruin everything.
You don't want me to come because he's going to fall in love with me. Is that why you keep on telling me not to come?
No, it's not like that. I really don't care if you guys meet if he wants to meet you. He's the one that's saying that he definitely doesn't want to meet you. You should just give up. I also showed him a picture of you, but he said that you weren't really his type.
That's probably because you showed him a bad picture of me. If he sees me in real life, he's definitely going to think I'm way hotter than you. It would also be so much better for the magazine if I was the girl in the couple shoot. I'm much more attractive than you, so the magazine is going to sell better too.
How are you not getting this? He doesn't want to meet you because of your terrible personality. He doesn't care about how his girlfriends look. If they have a bad personality, then he wants nothing to do with them.
Then how about you tell him that everything that you said about me was a joke? You can tell him that I'm actually a really nice and caring person. That's your job as my friend.
My job? It's not like you're my boss. Why should I listen to you? Also, I don't want to lie to him at all. We both trust each other a lot, and I don't want to break that trust.
I really think that you're one of my closest friends, and I hope that you feel that way about me, too. I promise that I'll never say or do anything bad towards you ever again. Would you please be able to forgive me for what I did? I'm so sorry about everything that happened.
Sorry, but you're really starting to annoy me now. I think that I'm going to block you. This has gone on long enough.
Are you seriously going to block me? Please don't do that. I'm begging you. Did you block me already? I'm so sorry. I promise that I'll listen to anything that you tell me to do. Please, would you rethink this? Please, just let me see my prince.
Natalie was furious that she was not able to get introduced to her prince, and she ended up taking her anger out on her boyfriend. She stole his credit card and bought everything that she wanted. Her boyfriend became really mad and kicked her out of his condo. He also demanded that she pay him back for all the money that she stole. Currently, she is in a lot of debt after paying back all the money that she owed. Hannah's boyfriend suddenly became really popular and became a top model in a very short period of time. Currently, they are living together in a high-rise condo in the middle of the city.